Hello there, this is Darth Rabbit07 coming to you today with another quick review, fresh in from ShowZ's store. I got in the Fang of Botis IF-71, also known as Transformers Victory Deathcobra, and we're going to take a quick look at the brief bot in just a moment. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. Let's turn this camera around and see if we can do Deathcobra some justice on the turntable. And here's the Fang of Botis on the turntable. I am so tickled to have this here. Now, if I could just get those two legs from ShowZ store, if Iron Factory would send them that, so I could send that on across the pond, that would be awesome. He composes a left arm. I'm not sure about that cannon mode, kind of like the Hazlights totem that he can do. He's got the chest cobra and the pew pew that comes with that, and then you got your real chest, faux chest, or actually faux chest. It's chest. Anyway, you can do all that stuff. We're going to slap a nice big old Decepticon symbol on there. There's that. Kind of looks like Serpentor to me. Kind of neat. And that on the bottom. Don't think that's going to help. Let's get him out of the package. And this is my 5th figure ever opening with the Iron Factory. I think they do this part exceptionally well. We get us a bag full of fists and opposing hands. We get the instructions and its own little thing. Very, very nicely done, packed, protected accessories there. You got the bot itself, the cover chest, you got his mace, you got all the other bits that go for, you know, the combined mode there, the spear on the bottom. Wow, an alternate look altogether. So we'll see what all that's about here in just a moment. Let's crack this open and see how cool he really is. We're going to take a quick look at the contents. We got, like I said, the fist in there. I've already got the gripping fist back installed on Deathcobra there. He's got his Chestmaster Cobra that actually transforms into the pew pew. And then you got the faux pew pew, which I use both of these to like pose on the in robot mode like that right over there. So then this is an extra blade for the hind mode. I want to say the hind like a Metal Gear Solid. It reminds me of that. And also Top Gun where, you know, Maverick's outrunning, getting blasted off the face of the earth. I want to say these are combination pieces for the wings. The wings are still put up. They were like right there in the tray next to electromagnetic nunchaku. Same thing you get with all the members so far. The build-up piece there, and I want to say some of this will bend and articulate as you need it, see fit, and or take apart. So there is that there. The elbow gap filler that goes along with this piece, the faux part that gives him the articulation that he needs when he's in Liokaiser mode and covers up the gap there. And finally, Deathcobra himself, and he looks so awesome on the turntable, guys. I kind of like jumbled up his, you know, rear end there, and you can have it sticking down, but I mean, for all intents and purposes, you can articulate it however you see fit and get a lot of really cool dynamic action poses as he falls down on the turntable. And I just think it looks awesome, guys. I really do like this guy. Let's go ahead and get into that articulation real quick here. As we look at the feet there, you got the rockers and stuff and extra movement there for his transformation probably. You do get some up and down because it is on a ball inside of there. You get this much in the knee. Or actually, you get double that in the knee. So, I mean, that is impressive, guys. And you do get quite a bit in the waist there, even though you got all the junk in the trunk. I mean, you got it where you could get around there if you need to. It's got that articulation, ab crunch there for the combined mode. Impressive amounts. You got so much junk and kibble in the back, but you can articulate that like you need to, and you can even put that straight down if you so desire. Hang it out the back end there. I don't know. I hadn't had enough time to even figure that out much yet. So we'll probably play around with this a little bit more as we go, and I'll show off some more other poses there. You can get the full Mr. T and the looseness of the stuff right there on the back. I wish it kind of locked into place, and maybe I'm doing something wrong still fresh out of the box. You do get the full Van Damage and full Mr. T and Iron Factory's bobblehead that you can get some down, you get some up. I don't know if you can look at it any farther up. You get all the way around there, and a very, very, very nicely painted head sculpt there. So with all that said and done, Is that faux? Yeah, I think it's a faux chest. You can pop that on off of there. So you got that look there, and then you got the faux chest that's already on there. And it looks good too, so I need to pop a Decepticon symbol there. And we'll figure out where to put one, either left or right. But we'll figure that out a little bit later and stuff. But I'm really impressed. Let's get him over into his helicopter mode and see how cool he is actually in finished arm articulation. So you got upper bicep, you got that out the side, the little bits on the top articulate. You got a lot in the elbow, probably due to transformation. That's really awesome and impressive. And then just wish that didn't flop around, and the wrists do the same thing as the other guys so far. And you get all the way around at the wrist there. I mean, as you see fit and as you need to do it, you can do it. So, like I said, let's get this guy over into his hind. If it is a hind, it reminds me of the hind from Metal Gear Solid for real. And let's take a closer look at that all mode here in just a moment. Here is Deathcobra in his hind Mi-24 assault helicopter. It's a Soviet helicopter, and it was awesome. A couple of seconds he was in the show there. A couple of minutes in the show. I'll give him a couple of minutes instead of a couple of seconds. There he is. Let's take a zoomed in look at this helicopter's details. He's got a cannon on the front that he can rotate around as needed, guys. I mean, that's kind of cool and neat. The landing gear is not totally retractable, but you can move it up ever so slightly. And of the squad members that are flyers, he actually has his chestmaster attached underneath on the belly of the beast. You can see those little eyes popping out right there, and he actually sits down pretty good and easily. We're going to take a little 360 spin. These will turn, but they don't turn all that great. It is two different pieces. There's two of them on there that stay attached, and these three right here. This one totally comes unattached, and you could get by with a 4-way configuration if you desire, but it just still looks kind of awkward. So we're going to keep it in the hind 5 and pop that back on there. If I can just get it to go, there we go. It doesn't spin all that good. The back end on mine's really tight, so that doesn't spin all that well either. And there's another look at the underbelly of the beast. If you don't get things lined up, these won't peg in here, and it only pegs in loosely even still. And my big complaint for both modes is these little wings on the sides, they just don't lock into place in either mode. So that's the only negative I really got. It just aggravates me to no end. If you get things flush there, they will peg in right here with the feet on each side. But anyway, that cockpit looks super nice. I like the orange and the green paint used there. And it's a really cool looking helicopter for a Legends class figure to have there. I just got to get the 2 legs to Liokaiser to form this guy all together. It can be a back piece on that, whereas in the HasLab it becomes like a shoulder cannon if it's not being used in the arm configuration, and it will do the left arm only. And I imagine customizers could swap that out, the right hand for the peg and that kind of thing, but it looks better on the left arm, and that's with that one piece that comes in with it. So there you go, guys. Over the years, this helicopter was in Metal Gear Solid. I want to say Liquid Snake. Y'all can correct me below. He came in on a hind, I want to say, or was that Revolver Ocelot? I can't remember. But they used a hind helicopter there. It's like you got to be crazy to fly a hind in that kind of snowstorm weather. And then, of course, like whenever Mission Impossible, whenever Tom Cruise is in Top Gun Maverick 2 and he gets shot down there, he's outrunning one of these guys, and that cannon's just a spraying that gun, that firepower down on him and stuff. By all means and purposes, Maverick should have been dead, but because of scripting in Hollywood, he survived that encounter. Well, let's get this guy back into robot mode and get him some final thoughts. As soon as I get those legs, guys, I will do another video on the combined form with all 7 members. Some final thoughts on Deathcobra. No matter how you fan mode him, I just did that, and I think it looks a great deal better. Like, sticks together pretty good. Or if he's in robot mode, the design team at Iron Factory give him some really cool stuff. He can hold on to that extra blade like a sword there. The blades on the back folds up like wings. It's a parts former. Really, really cool. Many different configurations you can do for the back there. It cleans up pretty good in the side profile. And whether he has no chest, his chest animal, his pew pew, no matter how you just get him in there, you use faux chest. Deathcobra has many different configurations and options no matter which weapon you use. Options are always good, and I love having plenty. This Fang and Botis has, I love this phase 2 weapon mode. It just looks really, really tight and awesome. I like having the blades and cape configuration. You can do some other like Waspinator-esque things there. And I think this would be an outstanding mold to even do some fun G.I. Joe, Serpentor, Cobra Commander recreations with the right paints and the right, other weapons that you could do with this hind helicopter mode. Just a really outstanding figure. Like I said, now if I can just get in those other two leg pieces for Liokaiser, then I can form the big man and then display however I wanted to. And this is just another solid addition to an awesome set. A lot of folks that got all this stuff, this is the last guy, but for me, I still like both the legs. I have no leg to stand on in Liokaiser mode. But I can tell you, these little bots individually can stand up by themselves, and the fact that they actually combine into that bigger guy on the box is outstanding. Need me some more Iron Factory figures. Now I do got a couple of other. This is a Samurai series. I got both the Sunstreaker and the Sideswipe. I need to get those out of the box and get them on there while I'm waiting on the other legs to come. And hopefully in the not too distant future, you'll see those video reviews pop up. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. That's going to wrap up my Fang of Botis, also known as Deathcobra from the Transformer Victory series release of this excellent short-lived warrior. He'll long live in my collection, and he may in fact be the preferred, left arm I have with my Liokaiser when I do get the legs in and combine them into that combined form. That review will be coming as soon as those other legs get here. Thanks again for watching, guys. Y'all, thank you for sticking with me this long. Stay safe. Take care. Until all are one, guys. I really do appreciate you.